So this guy reports a coworker for stealing, and then they end up killing him over it. Now this story starts with this guy, Keith. And Keith is around 41 when all this begins, and he's living in Wisconsin. Now Keith, he's just a total jerk. Like, he works at the local paper mill, and he's known around work as a dude you don't want to mess with because he can get pretty violent. He's very much a thug. And one day in 1992, he comes up with a very stupid idea. He plans to steal about 10 to 15 feet of electric cable from his job at the mill. And this cable is expensive. And he would probably get away with this theft, except that this guy finds out about the plan, Tom. Tom also works at the mill, and he's a really nice guy and a hard worker. Now, Tom could just keep his mouth shut about this potential upcoming theft, but he's not that kind of guy. While most of the workers there enjoy hitting the strip club and grabbing a drink after work, Tom, he's not really into all that stuff, so he's somewhat of an outsider there at the mill. So when he hears about Keith's plans, he decides to report him. But he doesn't report him to his bosses at the mill, because he doesn't want anyone at work to know that he snitched. Instead, he calls the police. So he's on the phone with them, and he tells them that he would like to report an upcoming theft, and also that he wants to keep this call anonymous. Presumably because Keith, the thief, is known to be a violent guy, and Tom is worried about his safety. And so police agree to keep the call anonymous. Then police contact security at the mill, and they let them know that their employee Keith is planning on stealing some very expensive cable. So then hours pass and it's the end of the shift, and Keith is leaving the mill, and security stops him. And they're like, "Let us take a look in your bag, Keith." But Keith refuses. He's like, "Nah, I gotta go, I'm in a hurry." And he just leaves. The next day, he comes into work. And right when he shows up, he gets sent into a disciplinary review meeting. And at the meeting, it is decided that because he wouldn't let security search his bag, he will get suspended for 5 days without pay. And this, of course, pisses Keith off. How dare they discipline him for ripping off the company? Meanwhile, Tom, he's still paranoid that word is going to get back to Keith that he's the one who called police on him. So he calls police again. And he tells them that he's worried that Keith is going to find out. But police assure him that that is not going to happen. His call was anonymous, and that there is no way they would ever release the recording of it to the suspect. Now, it's not long before Keith starts to realize that someone must have snitched on him. And by the time he's back at work, he's telling all the workers that he's going to find out who told on him, and he's going to get him.